This is Janice Aria, Ringling Brothers Circus's Director of Animal Stewardship. On August 24, 2011, she wrote an opinion piece for a newspaper called The Bakersfield Californian, wherein she stated, "The physical and behavioral needs of all our animals are a top priority that can be seen firsthand in every city we visit." However, first-hand video footage of the tigers and elephants obtained in San Jose, California, just a few days prior to Aria's opinion piece, and obtained in Daly City, California, just a week after Aria's opinion piece, exposes Aria as either a heartless person paid to lie for Ringling, or an ignorant person who has absolutely no understanding of the physical and behavioral needs of the animals used by Ringling, or both. The San Jose and Daly City footage of the elephants and tigers exploited by Ringling reveals that not only are the physical and behavioral needs of the animals not a top priority for Ringling, they are not a priority at all. On the weekend in San Jose, California, Ringling kept the elephants in the arena loading dock area, which is essentially a concrete pit. On both days, Ringling isolated the elephants here all day until the end of the last nighttime show, and then on Saturday chained the elephants up in the back parking lot, and on Sunday chained the elephants up on the train. Although being isolated all day in this concrete pit is depriving enough for an elephant, Ringling compounded the deprivation by keeping the elephants in a tent and surrounding the tent with trailers, further limiting the elephants' view of the world to the concrete wall behind them, the tent above them, the wall and trailers to the sides of them, and a covered chain link fence and trailers in front of them. In Daly City, Ringling kept the elephants in the building all day, limiting their view of the world to the walls of the building and the cages which Ringling uses to confine the other animals they exploit. In both San Jose and Daly City, the elephants had no access to sun, no room to walk, no view of the sky, no natural foliage to interact with, no pools and mud to wallow in, just a bleak and desolate concrete environment that is nothing but boring and depriving for an elephant. An environment that would be considered cruel and unusual punishment for our worst criminals, and is no less for these elephants, who have committed no crime, unless being beautiful and majestic is now considered a crime. Janice Aria considers putting elephants in these desolate pits and buildings Ringling's top priority, and intimates that these pits and buildings satisfy the elephant's physical and behavioral needs. Pat Derby, founder and president of Performing Animal Welfare Society, or PAWS, in Northern California, says elephants need space, freedom of choice, a complex social environment, and an enriched, diverse habitat to survive in captivity. The concrete pit in San Jose and the building in Daly City are in stark contrast to the elephant sanctuary in Tennessee, which provides elephants with 2,700 acres of natural area to freely move about and interact with other elephants in the environment. Unlike the elephants kept by Ringling, the sanctuary elephants are not lacking for natural habitat and complex social activity, which is necessary for an elephant to lead an enriched life. Video footage obtained in San Jose, California of the conditions Ringling forces the tigers to live in further exposes Aria as a heartless liar and her ignorant director of Ringling's animal stewardship. Ringling keeps the tigers in these cages that barely afford them enough room to take a few steps back and forth. In contrast to these small barren cages, in the wild, tigers naturally maintain a territory of approximately 12 to 20 square miles. They are biologically evolved to move through and interact with their natural jungle and grassland environment. And water is essential for any tiger habitat. However, according to Aria, Ringling Brothers keeps the tigers in these barren, sterile, boring cages to satisfy their physical and behavioral needs. If Janice Aria is purposely lying about Ringling's intention for these animals, then she should be ashamed of herself. She should also be ostracized by the conservation community. If Janice Aria seriously thinks these bleak, desolate, boring, and deprived living conditions satisfies the physical and behavioral needs of all the animals used by Ringling, then she should not even be allowed around these animals, let alone be in charge of their care. Unfortunately, Janice Aria is exactly the kind of person Ringling wants as their director of animal stewardship. A person who will publicly lie about Ringling's animal care to deceive the public so they will continue to give their money to Ringling Brothers Circus.